Acor was recorded really different from all of the Telecast records. For my solo record, I hired a producer. His name's Sebastian Rogers. He's never done a Christian album before. He's from England. He's a folk musician as well as a folk producer here in Portland, and really tapped into the folk scene. And it's kind of singer-songwriter scene. His wife is a well-known singer-songwriter named Catherine Feeney. And Sebastian I asked him if he would be intrigued. He's just started coming to church, and I'm like, hey, would you consider doing a record for us? And it was really cool because his approach was so different than what I've experienced in the Christian music market, which there's definitely a formula, I would say, to the way that Christian albums are done. And we did everything the opposite. So there's no click track, there's no vocal tuning, there's no beat detective. It was done. Sebastian's heart was, he's like, if you're a Christian and you're putting forth a message about Jesus, it seems to me, from my perspective of really not knowing anything, that it should be the most honest music made. And that's always been one of my biggest complaints, is that the slickness of much of the Christian music lacks the honesty that I really wanted to accomplish with this album. And so he had me do something really unique, which was all the songs are performed totally live. I just sat down in a chair with my guitar and just did probably 5 or 10 takes for every song, and we just picked the best take, the whole take. And then he brought in all these incredible folk musicians. Tony Furtado, who's he's a famous banjo player and slide player. He's played for everyone from Alison Krauss to Eric Clapton, and really well known in folk circles and bluegrass circles. He played banjo and slide guitar on multiple tracks. He's an incredible cello player, an upright bass player, with flutes. The guy that played flute, clarinet, bass clarinet, a recorder. There's accordion on the record. I just said, I just wanted the best folk musicians that we can get. And then there's a ton of musicians from the church. Dora Folk has been just incredibly blessed with just a multitude of ridiculous musical talent. And so all the vocals are done by people who sing here at the church, some of the guitars, some of the piano, all the violins are done by a girl that attends here at the church, who's just an incredibly classically trained artist. And so we basically just built the tracks around my live performances. And so it really has this feel like you're just sitting in a living room with a group of musicians playing. And that's what we wanted to sound really live, really raw, and just very real.
To the seat of grace we come.